Tantrums like the one he was pitching now would be a thing of the past. They just had to survive till then.
"I hate this place,"
Josh declared, pressing home a point with which she was already far too familiar. Not a day had gone by in the last week when he hadn't expressed a similar sentiment. Fighting for patience, Amy lowered the now quiet baby into her portable playpen, then sat her son in her lap and gave him a squeeze. "It's going to get better," she promised him. He nestled under her chin in an increasingly infrequent display of affection.
"When?"
he asked, plaintively. "Soon," she vowed. No matter what it took, she would make this work.
"There's not even any snow in this dumb place. At home, we always had snow for Christmas, and Dad would take me out on my sled."
He sighed dramatically.
"I miss Dad."
"I know you do, sweetie. And I'm sure he misses you too," she said, though she was sure of no such thing. Ned had been all too eager to see them gone so he could get on with his new life with another woman and the baby that was already on the way by the time his divorce from Amy was final. He rarely spared more than a couple of minutes for his calls to his son, and even those brief bits of contact had become less routine. Ned was an out-of-sight, out-of-mind kind of guy, which was pretty much how he'd gotten involved with a woman he'd met on his business travels. Amy, and his marriage, had definitely been out of sight and out of mind during those trips. Amy resolved not to dwell on her many issues with her ex today. Even though she felt awful, she was going to do whatever she could to make this first Christmas in their new home memorable for Josh. Emma was still too young to notice much more than the bright lights on their skinny little tree, but Josh needed more. He needed to believe that life in North Carolina would eventually be much like his old life in Michigan, perhaps even better. She tousled his dark brown hair, which badly needed a trim. "We can bake cookies later," she told him. "We'll play all the Christmas CDs, and tonight I'll make hot chocolate with lots and lots of marshmallows, and we can watch Christmas movies on TV. How about that?"
"Sure,"
he said wearily.
"But it won't be Christmas if I don't get to see Santa. We always go on Christmas Eve."
Amy bit back her own sigh. That's what came of creating a tradition for your children. They clung to it tenaciously, even when circumstances changed. And seeing Santa was such a little thing for him to ask for. He hadn't requested a million presents. He didn't make a lot of demands. He even helped with Emma as much as he could. He'd rock her to sleep in her carrier, or even show her his picture books accompanied by dramatic reenactments of the stories. He was a great big brother and, most of the time anyway, a big help to Amy. How many more years would he want to climb up on Santa's lap anyway, she asked herself. How much longer before he stopped believing? Maybe if she took a couple more aspirin and a hot shower, she could manage the trip to the mall, she thought, without much enthusiasm. Her head throbbed just thinking about the crowds. Still, one look into her son's disappointed eyes and she knew she had to try. "Will you stay right here and watch your sister?" she asked Josh. "Keep her entertained, okay?"
"How come?"
"So I can take a shower," she told him without elaborating or making another promise she might not be able to keep. Josh's eyes lit up in sudden understanding anyway.
"And then we'll go see Santa?"
he asked, excitedly. "Maybe we'll go see Santa," she cautioned. "If I feel better." He threw his arms around her neck and squeezed.
"You will, Mom. I know you will."
He scrambled down, knelt beside the playpen, and peered through the mesh at Emma.
"We're going to see Santa, Em. You're gonna love him. He's this jolly old guy who goes ho, ho, ho real loud,"
he demonstrated, holding his tummy as he bellowed ho, ho, ho.
"He's all dressed in red, and you tell him what you most want for Christmas."